Okay, I think we're back. Just make sure everything is good to go the way it should be. All right, that's the speed we're looking for. Those are the speeds we're looking for. All right, cool. We're good. We're rolling. Let's go. No time to dilly dally. Let's just get started. You're busting out some Starfield fun. Let's go. Let's get ready. We got some action to do. And yeah. Okay, glad things cleared up in about 10 minutes. So here we go. We are on this mission, Friends Like These. We are going to speak to Deputy McIntyre and acquire the Freestar Collective archival code. So we're trying to we just finished off some, what's it called? Terror worms things? Terror worms? We saved UC, or we saved New Atlantis. Now it's time to get into the Armistice archives where it has more data on the terraform things. Where's my hexagon? There it is. Oh. Just follow the hexagon. Huh. No, I never looked into all this other stuff. Check out the Freestar Collective.
Sorry, but I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs Office before I...
Ah, yes. They build a monument to the people they lost. I cannot help but notice that the Colony War Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect that was very much intentional.
Interesting point on Jaja. Let's do an actual real save. We haven't done a full save in a while. Okay.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room. That means you.
I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
All that security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never
It's good to be
fails to
back at the
disappoint.
embassy.
I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Wait, was I supposed to talk to somebody else first? Where's Deputy Mac? Oh, I already talked to Deputy McIntyre. Yeah, let's talk.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Well, I'm here on behalf of the United Colonies. We need the Freestar Collective's help.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Well, you did hear correctly. We do need access to the archives.
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Oh, please, Ambassador, just listen to what I have to say.
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood.
Well, thank you, Ambassador. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
But the Terramorph Xenoweapons project was a failure. That knowledge isn't dangerous.
You know that for sure. That is interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also a Freestar Ranger. I know right from wrong when I see it, and the UC is trying to do right here.
A ranger serving the cause of the colonies. You must really believe in this little endeavor. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once. You get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And
Very
all
good.
research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Agreed.
Excellent. Follow me.
Oh, why'd you take the long way?
Official business? Talk to the ambassador.
All done. Excuse me.
They tell me it should only take a moment.
Oh, that's quite a code
And
machine.
there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
Thank you very much, Ambassador
I
Evangeline.
suppose we're in this
Thank you.
together now.
Indeed. What's this over here? Ooh. Hello. Cred sticks. I love cred sticks. Is there any incriminating data? Okay. No. We're good. I love cred sticks. Cameron.
Thank you again for all you've done, Captain.
You're allowed 3 places. Conference room, lobby, or the ambassador's office. You set foot anywhere else, there's going to be problems.
Okay. Huh, interesting. Hard times. Because that one had the octagon. Okay. Alright, to House Faroon, I guess. Where's this taking me? Do a hard save. Okay. Wait. What? Oh. Was I supposed to go that way? Oh. Huh.
It is so strange that now, for all reasons, is my first time inside this place.
Huh. Okay, well. This is a lot easier. Uh. Huh. Mm-hmm. How cool is this?
It has been a very long time since I have seen one of these trees. People would be proud to know it thrives.
Whoa. Whoa. What was that? Huh. That's freaky. Hello, friend. Need to carry
If there
stuff.
is something I can do, a good team always shares the load.
I need you to carry some items for me, please. Please. Oh, that's right. I know what happened.
I appreciate having your ear.
One second, guys. Let me make sure things are correct on my side. monitoring doesn't seem to be working correctly. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so how am I supposed to get there? Oh. Good talk.
Best not to leave anything useful behind. Huh. Okay, they all kind of work. So let's just start with the bottom first. There's 4 there. Guessing it's 2 and 2. Okay. It's 4. Probably right there. 4. Probably right there. Yep. There we go. Hey, what's up, Eli? How you doing? Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I just went through here, right? Did I just come through here? I'm lost. So, I came into this room. Did that. It's so weird how, like, okay. Still up.
guess I just do what the mission tells me to do first, right? Alright, that's the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Destroyed them all. Excuse me. Let's go upstairs now. There's no way. Where are they? Reload. Demons. Dude said demons.
If there's anything you need, I am happy to share.
Huh. Why am I so encumbered? The container's at max capacity. That's fine.
Look after yourself. Hmm?
There's gotta be a 2 in here. There's gotta be a 4 in here. Yeah, that's it. Oh. Let's go back into the same room. What was the point of that? Avoid this guy? Oh, do you know this just turns off the turrets, huh? Screw that. This way. To the basement, he says. Okay, we quick saving in that one. That point. This dude.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Okay. Log arrival. Yesterday marked the beginning of my tenure as Hasrune's ambassador in the United Colonies. I arrived full of hope, believing our gesture of opening this new embassy would demonstrate that we had moved beyond our blood-stained past. But we had barely been in New Atlantis an hour when the troubles ahead of me began to reveal themselves. Our brief walk from spaceport to embassy was marked by suspicious glances and sneers from numerous strangers on the street. I fear minds here will not be easily changed. The wrongdoing of House Rune will not be so easily forgotten. It is my fervent wish that this embassy will come to be seen as an emblem of a peaceful future, free of stains of prejudice and violence. I will do my utmost to act as an avatar for the goal, regardless of any resistance I might face. Though I find myself in a strange land, I know the Great Serpent will guide us to success in our endeavor. Protest. This morning I was roused from contemplative prayer by the sound of muffled shouting. Upon investigation, I discovered a sizable group of the United Colonies citizens engaged in a protest on my doorstep. They are opposed to our government's attempt to establish diplomatic ties with House Faroon and are petitioning for the immediate shuttering of the embassy. My attempts to engage them in discussion were fruitless. Most would not speak to me, and those who did who did refuse to believe that our intentions in New Atlantis were purely peaceful, and those who did refuse to believe. Oh yeah. The embassy guards were eventually required to intervene, forcing me back into the building when the crowd's anger began to manifest as threats to my well-being. I intend to discuss this matter with my counterparts in the United Colonies. Their aid will be essential in this effort to succeed, though I fear this will not be an isolated incident. A visitor. Each day my frustration grows, Great Serpent. What have I done to merit such scorn? Recently, Saya Mavan arrived at my embassy to receive a visit from such a high-ranking priestess, a gravid no less, with the intention of engaging in talks with the United Colonies. I was overjoyed. Such a gesture from the house could only mean those skeptical of our efforts could at long last see merit in our work. But it seems I was deceived. Sia's stated mission and her actual intentions are clearly at odds. She has refused every opportunity to engage with representatives from the United Colonies. Instead, she speaks incessantly about the need to surveil the very diplomats whose trust I have dedicated months to effort to gaining. She remains trapped in her own mindset, unable to see what it is we are actually doing here, guaranteeing House of Rune's future. The losses from the Serpent's Crusade were incalculable. Diplomacy is the only means through which House of Rune's survival may be assured. I must find a way to make CS see this. Luckily, I believe tonight's dinner will be the perfect opportunity. Our UC host, Deputy Diplomat Roland, is level-headed, reasonable, I dare say even sympathetic. A rare animal among the UC. If prior experience is to be any indicator here, if Sia approaches him with open arms, I have faith that he would embrace her as a comrade. Great Serpent, let this come to pass. Dinner. Great Serpent, is this a test of my faith? Do you truly wish to plumb the depths of my loyalty? What other explanation could merit why you would permit such a spectacular disaster? Dinner at W. Rollins was initially promising, even congenial. Yes, there was pointed questions about House Rune's intention, but overall an air of polite decorum was maintained. But it was one of Roland's more boisterous guests, an officer of some type, perhaps have enjoyed one too many glasses, Chandra asked. But how can we trust you snakes after what you did? That I believe the Gravids reached her breaking point. They were only words, but words are the battlefield on which diplomacy is fought. And I realized too late that this was a salvo Saya would not let pass. As dessert was served, Sia excused herself. We waited her for her to return and waited and waited. And when it became clear that the Gravid had simply left, I made my pleasantries and rushed back to the embassy. There I found her packing her things. When I asked where she was going, she stated simply, "I have seen all I need to," and she left without another word. I've reached out to my contacts back in Dazra, who have assured me that they still believe in the adventure, that Jack Varun himself still believes, and that is all the reassurance I require. A test of faith. The last of my staff have left today. Our embassy now effectively shuttered. House Varun's leaders have ceased all communications with the United Colonies. Our own orders from Dazra were not much better, sending as a single word, return. No other reason mentioned for our abandonment of our post, for the abandonment of our cause. But I know a test of faith when I see one. I serve House Varun. A simple understanding of that directive would be that I follow their orders. But what we do here is greater than that. If we are to survive, it cannot be on our own. It cannot be on our own, yeah. If others refuse to see that, so be it. So here I stand, waiting for the day they all see the truth and come back. Silence. There has been no word from my people in months. I have made several attempts at contacting them, but I'm uncertain if my messages are reaching Dazra at all. As such, I have had much time to think. Why allow us to come here, make a home for ourselves around a distant star, only to demand our return when the first bit of resistance is met, because of some drunken slight? Even Saya is not that influential among the court. No, there is something larger at play, the recalling the staff. It wasn't because the incident with the Gravid, a change has occurred. Yet by staying, I now may never know what it is. Only time will tell. Ooh, spies. It seems it's been quite some time since my last entry. A welcome bit of exercise today. The United Colony of Spies snuck inside the embassy. Just before dawn, as I finished morning prayers, I heard an odd thrum. At first, I presumed my hearing was finally giving out, but then I realized what it was. It was the elevator descending. Presuming uninvited guests could only mean bad things, I snuck upstairs and hid among the branches of the venom tree. I watched like a gargoyle perched on a parapet as the young man stalked cautiously through the branches of the tree I had spent so much time cultivating. Obviously scared beyond his wits, at one point an errant branch snapped as he passed, and I swear the boy leapt a foot into the air before realizing its source benign. I was shocked that the mere idea of the House of Ruin could still garner such fear, even this long after the end of the Serpent's Crusade. It would even have been amusing if it wasn't such a clear reminder of the failure of my endeavor. We evaded each other like this for the better part of 2 hours. It was a welcome distraction from a life now steeped in routine. He eventually gave up, returned to the elevator, and I to my meditation. As I think on it now, however, the purpose of the visit is exceedingly disappointing. This was no diplomat, no neighborly knock on the door. This was a spy, someone breaking into somewhere a normal soul couldn't. They think me dead, don't they? A surprising message. It happened. The message was short, a simple request for information regarding the state of things in New Atlantis, but filled me with relief nonetheless. House of Ruin has contacted me at long last. I have been forced to harden my heart to the possibility that I may never hear from my people again. Today's message assuaged that fear. Though their intentions remain unclear, I am comforted by House of Ruin's willingness to re-engage in communication. I am hopeful that it signifies Daldra's willingness to return to more earnest attempts at diplomacy with the United Colonies. Great Serpent, you answer my prayer at last. I stand firm in my belief that it will be at my side as I continue to serve House of Ruin's interests in New Atlantis. May his celestial light bathe my people and those we once stood against, and help to usher in an era of harmony at last. Okay. Huh. Tough times. Alright, Ambassador.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge, and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
So, did you say that this thing pouring out clouds upstairs is called a venom tree? Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Well, the spaceport is in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you and your friend here.
You need not maintain the facade, Kasric. She knows who I am. Who I actually am.
Quite the breach in protocol, Andreja. Something I look forward to discussing further. Once we've established why it is you two have come waltzing through my door uninvited. Now, the broadcast earlier spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, Do I see this all clearly?
Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
You have my word. I will make sure it's used for good.
You have my word as well. And you know that you can trust me.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
Very well. Generate the code.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
And good it will be used for.
Will we all be so lucky next time the archives need to be accessed? Something to think on.
So, is it bad that Andreja told me she's part of House Varun?
It is perhaps not my place to say. She has her own calling, as I have mine, but I assume that she, like most of our observers, was instructed to keep her history private. I would not even know of her myself were it not for the urgent need to pass on communications a year ago. She must trust you a great deal to have told you. I suggest you keep it to yourself, for both of your sakes.
So why'd the rest of the embassy staff leave? Where'd they go?
The affairs of House Varun are our own. They left. That is all there is to be said on the subject.
So, what's it like being from House Varun in New Atlantis?
It was tolerable, even pleasant, when my brethren were here in the embassy with me. We remade this place as best we could into a home we all would recognize. Our native flora, our iconography, our connection to the Serpent, they came with us. With my brethren gone, it has been trying. But the Great Serpent has always provided me a path in my darkest moments.
So why'd you stay behind?
House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the Great Serpent, and I do not believe the Serpent decides such things on a whim. So, when my brethren left, I remained, honoring the Serpent's will as I saw fit, as is the right of all his followers.
The Great Serpent, that's your god, right?
The Great Serpent is so much more than a god. It is fate itself. When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United Colonies 140 years ago for distant stars, it was the serpent that compelled him to found his now great house. The serpent made us who we are today. Its voice speaks to us, shepherding us through the dark, and infuses our lives with the meaning the universe so often fails to provide.
Yeah, thank you. That's good information. Huh. Check out this outfit. Yeah, I heard something. Huh. I want to go through there. Where do I find this key? Where'd this dude go?
I will not have house...
Go to sleep. Stop looking at me. Never mind. So you don't have the storeroom key. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, just fast travel. Where to next? Return to Deputy McIntyre will do. Can I just, isn't it just the mast? Where's the mast? Let's go. I should pick this all up.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on.
It's okay. We're gonna sell
Literally.
it. We're gonna sell it. It's okay. We're gonna sell it.
Yes? What?
What? Hello there.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
Code pieces from House Varun and the Freestar collected and ready to be deployed.
So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Very good. But first, I'm gonna sell some stuff.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yubi was not
Majesty's response to the terror attacks.
On the record?
What response?
Dang damn it. Treasure, I need you to carry stuff. No, you're full. Wait, where's the UC?
Gorgeous weather today, huh?
It's not near here, is it? I'm just gonna drop the stuff.
And after the UC Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So, the two parties came together to negotiate the terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes would be capped, mechs and xeno weapons outlawed, and all research related to those fields would be kept under lock and key in their own special archive. Which actually rests below our feet as we speak. And while these new restrictions transformed the settled systems overnight, entire economies were upended with the flick of a pen. They also marked the start of something critical: cooperation between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective for the first time in decades. A pledge between the powers for a more harmonious future. Thank you for listening.
We've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules.
What's all this stuff? Oh.
Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Okay. Go ahead and save this. Maybe I'll play around with like lockpicking everything else later. Huh. Got free start there? Okay.
All codes verified. Unlocking. You may proceed, Captain.
talk to you? Can you still talk? No, what's that? It's not over there. Okay, I'm gonna quick save and let's see what happens. One, two, three. 2, 1. It's too much there. Okay, so this might be a problem. 1, 2, 3. So that only works there. Dude. So 1, 2, 3. Huh. One, two, three. Oh no. I don't think I got it. One, two, three, four, 6, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have the right pieces. Unless there's more on the bottom. Okay, might be more on the bottom. Okay, so look at this. That needs to stay there. So 1, 2, 3. But this could be just throwing me off. That's the other thing I could be doing. So it could be... it doesn't matter. It can just be used now. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm off. So undo. Okay, start from the bottom. Maybe it's better to start from the top. Lock that in. Cool.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Let's do. That's it. Nothing's really special. I came for the outfits. Although I know I don't like the ponchos. Oh yeah, UC side doesn't need a barracks because they've already just they've left, or they're living here.
I would appreciate it if you'd stay on the other side of the glass.
I'm not gonna unlock that. Alright, so nothing special here. Alright, well that's that. did you hop? It's nighttime already. I'm gonna drop more stuff here. Is all this miscellaneous stuff the reason why I have like so much crap on me? Alright, just gonna drop all the resources. Or enough of resources. Guess that was super heavy. Huh.
I also wish to be prepared for... any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Start it.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city.
Where am I going? Where am I going? Return to day.
Keeping the skies safe out there?
Is there a type of weapon combat tech won't make?
Howdy.
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
Well, I made someone a promise, Hadrian. Can you assure me this data will be used for good?
Yes. It will be. Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Wow, getting my citizenship already. Time to buy some property on UC. It's like, how can I set myself something like walk that slow? So I can walk the same pace as they do.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
I do.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
I will.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID, and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property.
Indeed.
Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
Asked me for me by name? And with who are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I can't share any more without your word. Do I have it?
Yeah, fine, yeah. I'll take it to my grave.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Oh. Well, quite something, isn't it? Oh, that's not the elevator. The devils you know. Subsection 7. Whoa. Holy moly.
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
Logging authorized entry. Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Very well, I will wait. You go on.
Who is this surprise person?
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat.
It's not Conde, is it?
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get, which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you do look sort of familiar.
There's a reason for that. Introductions first, though. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
Sanan, well, that's Hadrian's last name.
Very astute. That's my daughter. My progeny. You've been working alongside. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Yes, she told me she's your clone, yes.
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Can you tell me more about this cloning program?
It was an attempt by the United Colonies to solidify its own legacy, forging a new generation of great leaders. They were raised by adoptive families made up of scholars and tacticians, trained at the United Colonies' greatest scientific and military academies, displayed incredible promise. But by the time the Colony War came to a close, there was only Hadrian. But that's ancient history now. You have much more pressing matters at hand, with which I can help.
Well, fine, I am listening.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Go on.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colonies' more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
Well, why have me do this? Why not hand this over to one of your members of this recovery team?
Captain, your files indicate a track record of unlikely successes. It is my genuine hope that, perhaps down the line, you might become a part of our team. And this might be something of a tryout.
Well, how do I know you're not asking me to kill an innocent man?
Speak to Deputy McIntyre. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that someone might be tying up this loose end at long last. Though I would ask you, do not make the mistake of confusing me for a simple cutthroat.
Oh, how about I arrest him and turn him over to the UC?
You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it.
Well, alright, well, consider him dust.
Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf system. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Oh, very well.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
How can I assist?
Well, let's get moving.
I will watch your back.
Good. Just talk to McIntyre real quick. Do the optional thing. Wait, where's he?
Hey, no funny stuff with that.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
Deputy, I was not prepared for that.
Surprised me too when I learned it. But the prisoner has proven useful over the years, and kept far from any major decision-making. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this. All right?
Very well. Well, I'll keep it to myself then.
Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing?
The prisoner asked me to deal with a Dr. Orlays. Figured you and I should discuss.
Dr. Reginald Orlays? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlays is completely out of the question. But bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return?
The location of Hadrian's old research team members.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
Nope. Well, what are the chances I'm being lured into a trap?
Trusting the man downstairs would be a mistake. But I don't think you need to be too concerned. This is far from the first name he's handed over, and all previous missions went off largely without a hitch. So while I'd certainly warrant caution, I think you can proceed.
Very well. I didn't have anything else to discuss.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain. And remind you of the importance of discretion.
Very good. Okay. I wanted to sell stuff. Maybe buy stuff as well. So where was the UC? Nope. Actually, just so I know. UC surplus at the well. UC. Where's the? Huh. No. Huh. Oh, it's commercial district. So UC surplus should be here.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
There it is. Distribution center.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Yes, I'd like to see what you have for sale.
I hope we have what you need.
Good. I do need to find like a better EM weapon. What's this do? No. So how to get a EM weapon? Or do I just modify one of these things? Or did I sell it by accident? Okay, so you do have to buy them. And you have 2 places where you can buy them? Alright, well, there's only one place to go. So let me see. Let me just sell if I can sell some stuff first. No.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a...
Alright, tequila real quick. So I can get an EM weapon. I mean, here's the thing. How do you need a... If you want to capture somebody, do you need like to have a brig?
Got a freighter coming soon. No time to talk.
I know Aquila City rather well. Perhaps better than I would like.
Aquila's one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
I think you'll find... I'm pleased you chose to visit us today. Here's what I have in stock right now.
Alright, where is this EM weapon? You don't have it. Huh. Or does it just randomly show up?
Talk to Miss Lance if you want to make a purchase.
Well, maybe they'll have it at the den. So I think we're going to finish this one mission and call it a night. Probably gonna get rid of this thing on top too. It's too much of a distraction.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting.
Got anything you need to offload?
I understand this station was once quite the luxurious place for UC military commanders. Based on what I see,
Okay, no
I find that very hard to...
Get rid of these. Let's see anything. And then, I actually want to get a bit of here. Wait. 38, right? I'm at 40. Cool. Mm-hmm. Oh. That's that.
Was there? How may the Trade Authority Certainly.
Do you have an EM weapon here? No, you do not. Okay, well, let's just talk.
Only a matter of time before I get promoted.
Look who's back. You got something quick? Kinda busy at the moment.
Reginald Arles. I heard you might know him.
Orlaise. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him?
Well, he's former UC scientist wanted for war crimes.
Seriously? Out here? Surprised they didn't send out a general notice he's in town. Though, I guess there's less a chance he bolts if they keep it hush. But I expect we would have heard something... Wait... The Warlock! There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to hails, never docks. More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it. And at least 2 never came back. Aetherius debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you're suggesting it might not have been the fields that got them, well, I can give you the coordinates of the Warlock's last sighting. Can't think of a better spot your Orlaise might be hiding.
I will. Well, anything else you can tell me about the Warlock?
I mean, I honestly thought it was just a story board haulers told to amuse each other. But if the pilot of the Warlock really has been dusting our people, well, hopefully you're about to make our skies a whole lot safer.
I will. What's so dangerous about the part of Aetheria's orbit?
Well, the original dense star station was destroyed decades ago during the Serpent's Crusade by marauding House Varun zealots. Big part of the remains from those battles ended up gathering around Etheria, forming a nasty debris field. Every now and then, some headstrong scrapper comes limping back because they hit an 80-year-old mine. Or sometimes they don't come back at all. Though, maybe it's not just the field that's been picking them off.
Alright, well, I'll take those coordinates.
Sure thing. Here, this should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
I'm gonna do a quick save. Quick save, just in case I need to figure out how to disable the person as well. But yeah, I can easily... I'm good at taking these guys out. Ship-to-ship battle, not a problem. I got this. Oh, Warlock. Come here, Mr. Warlock. Oh, he's up.
Scrap for the field.
tells me I do need EM.
What are you? No, I will not die in a cage.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
I don't have the weapons to do this.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Will not take me. I lost everything because of the UC. They will get no more.
What are you doing here, Vasco?
Pilot emergency detected. Hatch override engaged. Error. File deletion cannot be completed. Ending process.
Killed himself.
Captain, greetings.
What are you doing? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Boo. This little hidden lab here. There's no way to bring him to justice somehow.
This heat is disgusting. Might as well just stand in front of the ship's engines on takeoff.
Very well. There's no way out of this then.
Hello, Captain.
Textbook there. We're free.
It's a cool ship name though, the Warlock. So how would you... There's no way to bring him alive then.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Okay.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays?
Indeed. I tried to bring him in, but he took his own life.
I'm not surprised. The man fled every consequence he ever faced. Of course, you don't expect me to just take you at your word, do you?
And I found his ID.
Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
Transfer system. Right here.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome.
Security protocols? Wait, is this Kaiser guy a robot?
A military Model A, yes. Specifically customized for the needs of the Xeno warfare team during the Colony War. A powerful resource, if you can recover him.
So why are you helping us with this?
I dedicated my life to the United Colonies. Every effort of my being to their protection. I even gave them my heirs. Even if my circumstances have changed, my purpose has not.
Well, thanks for the information.
Of course. We're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Can I go through here?
need to find... Yes, good. Let's go.
So what should I do first?
Whew. Always a satisfying moment. Return to your ship.
Many things in the universe thrill me. And then there's you.
So what should I do? I want to go back here. Drop off some ship items. Cool. Wait, let me see. Yeah. Dang, this one's full already. Oh, no, it's not. Still plenty of space. I felt like I wanted to do something here too. Yeah, I can't think of anything. We're fine. Alright, let's go to Centonia then. See if this will be the last mission we can finish tonight. Oh, I could have gone straight. Huh. No, let's sell some stuff first.
Sidonia. The UC clings to its old ways. I suspect the soul system would be abandoned otherwise. Always nice to kick back at the broken spear after a long day.
Do you imagine anyone actually enjoys living here? I simply cannot.
Okay, where is it? Did I pass it? No.
We gotta take your time. Cool. That's what we do here.
Wow.
See you around.
Wait.
Hey, you looking for anything? Sounds like a plan. I can also take stuff off your hands.
Look at the weapons real quick. Okay. Nope. And then we'll just sell the miscellaneous stuff. Okay.
Come back anytime.
And the Red Devils are back. Did they clean up?
Captain, welcome back. I was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen?
Yeah, if I'm honest, it doesn't really feel any different.
To each their own. Still remember my ceremony. 19 years old, standing on the front deck of Mast, looking over the city. One of the proudest days of my life. But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them.
Well, I can help with that. I found your research team.
That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious?
Yes.
You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser?
Yes, he is my next stop, but I was told I'd need your help overcoming his security protocols.
That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Well, how? How exactly did you manage to find them?
Well, I had some help, but we need to leave it at that.
You can't be... Oh, you are serious. Okay. No more questions. But still, getting Kaiser back, that gives us more than a few new paths forward on dealing with the Terramorphs. But if he's been out there on his own all this time, you're gonna need something. Come on.
All right.
We've already made a lot of progress getting this place back online. Some of the containment chambers were a bit on the unpleasant side, but the facility staff made short work of that.
Yes?
How far is this going to walk? Oh, okay.
I know it's here somewhere. Uh-huh. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine?
Freestar territory, wandering a battlefield on a road called Nira.
A battlefield? On Nira? Ugh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nira was destination number 1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any.
Right. Well, what else can you tell me about Nira?
The Colony War saw a lot of hard fighting, but Nira got it the worst. Everything the Freestar Collective and UC could muster, ground troops, xenoweapons, mechs, was hurled into the fray. Both sides hoped something would decisively turn the tide, but it never did. When the war finally ended, swaths of that world were so devastated they were effectively abandoned. So what Kaiser's doing there of all places, I can only guess at.
Well, why is Kaiser so valuable at stopping the Terramorphs?
Kaiser lets us do field work with a level of precision that there's really no other way to accomplish. More than a few of the options we're looking into. Detectors to uncover the Terramorph transmission method, or crafting a targeted biological agent. They require highly specific materials to test against. And asking a group of Marines to accompany us for that kind of work, well, it usually ended up with ruined samples and wounded teammates.
Well, all right, I'm off to Nira.
And I'll make sure we're ready to put them to use as soon as you've got them.
Hush, trouble. Is it here? Oh. Really? That's cool.
Such beauty in the midst of
it. It is impossible to imagine what this looked like before the Colony War. What a waste. Customer, supplier, merc, regardless, you won't jail.
Man, was I supposed to shoot those? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, well. I guess those guys were okay. jail.
Hey! New model on the floor. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind. Refuge and rest home for the hardest scrappers anywhere. Name's Jill. Proprietor.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Granny Gems.
So formal. The pleasure is all mine, my lady. Angelo Alonso, at your service. You can call me Jill. Can I get you started on a tab, then? Or you here to try and make your fortune in the fields? I'm happy to take your credits however you want to hike them over.
What kind of name is one of a kind for a salvage yard?
It's kind of an inside joke. Other than the fact that we're the only place out here, the mechs we harvest, they're primarily from a group known as the 1st Cavalry. Their unit was deployed to break the deadlock on this world during the Colony War. Almost succeeded, too, but as you can probably guess, it didn't ultimately work. Left us plenty of scrap to build with, though, so we thought it'd be funny to dedicate this place to the folks that made it possible.
Well, anything else you know about this 1st Cavalry unit?
So they were pretty widely considered the best damn mech unit in the Freestar Militia. Maybe the galaxy. Their leader? Major Paxton Hull. They say he was some kind of tactical genius. Whole damn war, he always seemed to be just one step ahead of the UC. But all that changed here on Nira. The fighting was brutal, apparently. Between the aliens and the UC defenses, most of the 1st Cav was wiped out. They say Hull snapped, that he couldn't handle the loss of so many good soldiers. When the ceasefire order finally came, he ignored it. Said he was too close to victory, and didn't want his people's lives to be sacrificed for nothing. So they court-martialed Hull and the other survivors of the 1st, locked them all up, and that was that.
Well, show me what you got for sale.
All legal, I swear.
Yeah. I can use that.
So I'm also looking for a robot. Goes by Kaiser.
Kaiser? No bot around here with that tag. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab? At least that's what we've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But he's a combat bot, right? Yeah, that machine's been out there a while now, hunting this one siren. His white whale. But it's been a while since anyone's laid eyes on Captain Ahab, though. Maybe he finally got the thing. Or it got him.
White whale? White whale? What are you talking about?
Moby Dick? Old Earth story about one Captain Ahab chasing some big fish that's bound to get him killed? No? We all thought the name was a good fit since our bot friend was so damn busy chasing that siren of his. Quality slate, too. Think I got a copy for sale if you want to give it a look.
And what's a siren?
Nasty kind of alien left behind after the Colony War. Pretty much blind. Original ones brought to Nira were all xeno-weapons. But those critters have long since passed. But they left behind more than enough untrained babies to keep the fields plenty interesting.
Well, that could be him. The robot I'm looking for worked with the United Colonies Xeno Warfare team.
That's where I recognize that insignia. Red Devils. Yeah, Ahab's definitely your bot. So, sounds like you've got two options. You can wander around out there, hunting your bot, little old white whale of your very own. Maybe you find him. Maybe you get yourself killed. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here. So if you want to find him a whole lot faster, I'll sell you what I know about this. Kaiser's location. Going rate's a little steep, but I'm willing to negotiate.
Well, that robot might be the key to stopping terramorph attacks across the galaxy.
I mean, great for him, but that won't keep acetylene in our tanks. And honestly, would you be able to tell if a terramorph was attacking outside? Sorry.
Well, I'm sure we can work something out here.
I'm listening.
Well, you don't seem to understand. I needed... Well, he's going to say that. Well, you must not get around much if you think anybody would pay that.
This is what you call negotiating?
Look, I get it. You've got your orders and I've got mine.
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
Well, that price is too high, and you know it.
Hold on. I never said that was my final offer.
Well, then, who knows how long it'll be before you get another offer.
In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for.
Dang.
Look, I'm gonna stop you there. I've got my livelihood to look after here, all right? So, I'm sorry. The fee's the fee.
Fine.
Pleasure doing business with you. So, last anyone heard of him, he was out near the Syracuse. Shipwreck about a quarter-click down the main strip. One of my roughnecks said he heard some kind of beacon. Just keep your ears open. You should find your machine. Eyes open, too. Sirens and Ecliptic out there, and neither takes prisoners.
Ooh, Ecliptic, too, okay.
Oh, and corpse retrieval is not included in this transaction, so now you know. Give Ahab a Kaiser our best.
Gel claims him and his cops bought this place for next to nothing. I think that's ridiculous. Someone should have paid them. This place used to be a repair facility for mechs back during the war. Now we butcher them for fun and profit.
For fun and profit.
It is good that something of value can come from those old mechs.
Where are the... Oh, okay. Oh. I have a lot of health. There you go. Ways Starfield. Whoops. Come on.
They take a lot of bullets.
Where have they gone? Cowards.
Where is the other one? Yeah, I do feel like I need to upgrade my weapon at some point. Where are these guys? In a burrow or something? Huh, weird. Alright, let's go down to this. Reload while jetpacking. Cool. Is it inside? Through here?
Biological contaminant detected. Destroy infestation. Biological contamination eliminated. Password required.
Nos belly machines.
Voice controls unlocked. Attempting to resume. Attempting to. Error. Power level insufficient. Battery required. Type microcell. Inquire at salvage yard.
Well, this has certainly seen better days.
Ready.
Finest supplies on the planet. Also, only supplies on the planet.
I was told you might have a microcell.
Ah, so that's where your machine's been. Ran out of juice. Heat leeches, wasn't it? Those little stowaways are everywhere on this rock. Suck the power out of a pen light if you let them. But a microcell, that's military-grade tech. I think we might have one, but I can promise you, it's not going to be cheap.
Let's do persuasion.
You could probably Frankenstein one together using our fabrication system here, but only if you had some quality schematics. So, I just brace for a little sticker shock.
Well, show me what you got for sale.
No better selection on the planet.
I don't see it.
Here's what I've got.
Oops. Okay. Just bust out the fast travel.
So much time and effort invested in this grave mistake.
Hello.
Come on! I will cut it. Do they even try? Did they have anything of value?
Battery accepted. Operational power levels restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside.
Wait, your mission just got superseded. Major Hadrian Sanon wants you back.
Major Sanon will have to wait. I cannot leave my mission. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon have been unsuccessful, additional support may allow me to complete my active mission more quickly, allowing me to leave this place.
Alright, well. Tell me about the mission first.
My mission is the disarmament of Unit XW-99. Designation Siren. Nearest final active Xeno weapon. 99 has proven a far more formidable adversary than its peers. Will you aid me with disarmament?
Fine, let's move out then.
Follow me. Mind your step. As you have no doubt witnessed, this region, systems suggest hostiles in area.
Get out of the way.
Non-family trace escape. You'll have to try again.
I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue. Probably best not to think too long about what Ecliptic will be doing with anything they salvage.
That's pretty cool.
I am detecting Unit 99. But there is a complication. Unit 99 is on the other side of that reach, but it appears to be under the control of hostile forces. Sensors suggest Ecliptic. A mercenary company like Ecliptic would only want Unit 99 to utilize it as a weapon. This means Unit 99 must be disarmed immediately. Standard procedure would be a frontal assault on the outpost. No quarter given. Do you concur?
But yeah, this frontal assault sounds good to me. Let's clean house.
Simple and straightforward. A good choice.
Moving out.
Go ahead and tank for me. I'll just be on this ledge over here. Shooting from above, I guess.
Detection event registered. Initiating an enemy search.
Enough. Let's see if this thing still fights. Release the weapon.
You're not walking out of here.
Good at it.
Kind of power. I'm glad it's in your hands. Dead. Try it. Come on. It's not the best you can do. What are you praying for?
Okay, I saw something. UC specialist state. The model A is we have an army, our first class, and respond to any threat at the station. I don't have clearance to know what goes on here, but I know well enough that any security breach needs to be eliminated. Given the stakes, I've made it my personal project to bolster their weapon systems and studying our call stacks. I feel like I can make some improvements in their programming subroutines too. But when I told the lieutenant, she responded with that grim stare of hers. She reminded me that I need to get approval through the proper channels before modding machines on my own. Okay.
Unit 99 service is now complete. Mine, however, continues.
Time's got more than that. Alright, upstairs.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Okay, let's go.
Our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? Major Sanan is involved?
Indeed. Hadrian and I want your help preventing a possible plague of terramorph attacks.
Yeah, let's do it.
A plague of terramorph attacks. That is disconcerting. You are docked at one of a kind. I will meet you there.
Alright, go ahead and head over there. I will just do this. Okay. Did he meet us or did he just go? Alright, just head over. Alright, sounds good.
We have arrived. I will meet you inside the facility.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanan, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion. Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinian. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with.
So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they can be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on. I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
Okay.
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asyles?
Yeah, I remember, sure, yeah.
Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asyles were chosen to fill in the gaps.
We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asyles' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively.
Are these Acelys things dangerous?
If you pick a fight with one, or you're a terramorph, sure. But Acelys were already spread across the galaxy once before during the Colony War. As livestock.
They're far less of a danger than the one we're proposing to clean up.
And could Acelys really clean up whole worlds like you're describing?
All our data suggests so. Acelys, they're impressive hunters. The few tests we've been able to run, well, they more than got the job done. They're also shockingly adaptable. The data suggests they're able to thrive just about anywhere, and we plan to selectively breed them so they can hunt terramorphs wherever they're hiding. Which is important, because we did some cross-referencing in the terramorph data. On worlds where Acelys were present, terramorphs weren't. This suggests that however it is terramorphs are getting onto our worlds, Acelys are somehow cleaning that up as well. These creatures are good at what they do.
Well, that sounds like it could actually work.
I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Acelys.
So, what kind of risks are there with this microbe?
Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie.
And who exactly is going to be doing all this work? Dispersing the microbe or the Acelys?
Well, that's still not 100%. But it sounds like the Vanguard will actually be picking up a fair bit of it. But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details before we've made a decision on which route we're taking.
Then let's discuss how we make these plans a reality.
Well, so that's tricky.
Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some highly specialized materials.
Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Acelys gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around.
But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinian.
Huh. So Londinian had an Acelys population?
It was the central hub for Acelys processing during the Colony War. But, and this part's exciting, the terramorph data suggests Acelys were first found there. The planet it's on, Toliman II, was their homeworld. Meaning, there's a very good chance their prey, the terramorphs, came from that same world. Which would also explain why no one ever suspected that planet as the terramorph source world. The Acelys were too damn effective at cleaning them up. Additionally, it explains why once the Acelys were gone, the outbreak there was so catastrophic. Londinian could very well be where the terramorph saga began. And the key to its end.
Are we even allowed in Londinian?
It's certainly not encouraged, but the UC's given their sign-off for this excursion. This trip is all above board.
And the planet is overrun by Terramors. Isn't that suicide?
It's dangerous, yes. But Kaiser, Percival, and I, we've trained for this. And you're not so green yourself. And the last thing I want right now is for the UC to stick us with some gung-ho jarhead who's gonna put us and the mission at risk. Captain, you're the reason we're all here right now. You're the person I think can help us finish it. Will you join us on this?
If this is what it's going to take.
I think this is the answer we've been looking for. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there.
But you need to know, Londinian, it belongs to the Terramorphs.
They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
Alright, very good.
And that, my friends, will conclude this stream of Granny Jam's adventures in space. But so thank you so much for joining us once again, everybody. I'm going to play the music, ending music. Here you go. I like how it just froze. Like, there, we'll do that. There, boom. All right, well, this one, we'll do this one. But yes, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back here tomorrow night to finish off, hopefully, the Vanguard pieces, and hopefully I'll get rid of all the sniffling stuff. But yeah, it seems like just bad allergies, so I just took some stuff. It feels like it's getting better, but I still have some remnants for sure. But beyond that, have yourselves an amazing night. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. I'll be back here 6:30 p.m. for more Starfield action. But for those who want to get their fitness on, I'll be in the morning at 8:30 a.m. for some 10-minute conditioning, followed up by 30 minutes of dance fitness on our health and fitness channel on YouTube. Have yourselves a great night, everybody. Peace out. And thanks so much for all the love and support as always. Without you, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So thank you. Thanks again. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Peace out, y'all.